Hello, Steve White. Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Yes, I said Trek Boy, not Star Wars Boy. I was never a huge Star Wars fan. I watched the original Star Wars on TV when I was a kid. I got on video when I was an adult, and then DVD. I've watched it a couple of times. I am a fan. I've seen all the films since the special edition in the cinema, but I don't understand what they're doing. Now, I don't hate the new Star Wars like some Star Wars fans. I mean, a lot of that is about diversity and representation, and they're just kind of hiding it behind some actual criticisms where they sort of went astray with a few things. But those things don't really bother me. Like, I had to be told there was a problem with The Last Jedi. I had no idea there was a problem. I walked out to the cinema and thought, that was okay. I didn't know what was happening because I wasn't really into it. But yeah, going back to Rey, I just don't understand. They created a new trilogy. They made this character Rey they thought was going to be this giant hero that everyone was going to love, and no one really liked her. She was just kind of shiny and pointy and annoying, and she didn't really endear herself to anyone. And better characters got pushed aside so she could do nothing of interest. And the films declined. They lost like $1 billion between the first film and the third film. And you would think, if they've got some pride, they don't want to admit they didn't make a great character and their trilogy didn't do so well, fine. But, I mean, you think they would at least try something new. At least they got about 50% chance of the fans actually liking it. But no, they're going to go back to what they already know the fan base is at least divided on. If you don't want to acknowledge that everyone hates her and no one likes her, specifically no one likes her, at least the fan base is divided where half the fans don't like her at least. And that's got to hurt your box office. I mean, that's why the three films declined from 2 billion to 1 billion. And they're a mess. And I just don't understand why go back. Why go that you've already failed at that. Just jump 20 years, go to a new era, new characters, just take another shot. Maybe it'll work. I mean, you got a 50% chance. You go back to Rey, it's just like going back to the end of the last sequel and just continuing the decline. It just makes no sense why they would do that. I get the loyalty to a character they created and so stuff like that on some level. We'll stick her in the back, give her a cameo somewhere, something like that. But creating another film or another trilogy around her when you already know she's not popular, it just doesn't make any sense. It's just like, why? Can someone explain to me why? It just doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Why do this? Everyone is carrying on about it. And of course they're going to carry on about it. No one likes her. And at least they thought it was done with and we were going to get something different. They're going to do something else. Whether it was redoing the original films or creating another saga or another era or another time period or something. We thought we were going to get something different at least. We may not like it, but at least we thought we were going to get something different, that they'd try again and, there'd be a shot we'd actually like it, that it could be good. But we already know that this character and everything sort of associated with her and her being better than everyone, replacing all the characters we did like with someone that we don't, it didn't really work. They're not selling a lot of Rey toys. They're not exactly, she's not like on T-shirts everywhere and lunchboxes everywhere, and she's, don't have little kids dragging her doll around, 5 years later like they were with Luke Skywalker. She's just not as popular. Why would you go back to that? I'm just repeating the same thing because I don't understand. Because someone explains to me, I just don't understand. Why would you do this? Why? I saw this and I thought, Doomcock's just making up rumors to trigger the haters, and then I'm like, oh no, they're actually doing this? Really? They're doing a movie with Rey and they're doing another trilogy in that era and it's all about Rey?